Okay, I need to clear up a point that I think was misunderstood in a comment I made on one of my videos regarding the flat earth thang. Right. Maybe I didn't make myself clear enough. I could have probably done a better job, but I'm going to try rectify that now in this video here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you my point visually rather than writing it out, okay? In written form. So according to the flat earth map that we have available, right? Because some people are nitpicking about the map that I used in that video. I do not have a map that's, so if you have a better map or another map, but to me it makes it's neither here or there, right? So you can nitpick about that map, but that's what we have available according to the flat earth believers. Whether you would agree with that map or not, we'll fucking provide the map that you agree with, right? So, according to that map, the Earth hovers over a landmass because, according to that map, the Earth and the Sun is local in distance. According to that map, right? So, reason why I said this is not true to reality, because this is where the point was missed. If you look up at the moon from a landmass, the moon will be directly above you. Now, this is where the misunderstanding took place, because yes, here in London, I have looked up 90 degrees and seen the moon directly above me. But here's the $6 million clue. The angle. This is where some of you missed the point, the angle. Even though I see it directly above, it's still a one-dimensional angle, right? If it was directly above, as shown in the flat earth model, you'll have a two-dimensional angle. I explain what I mean. So let's use the famous tennis ball, right? So let's say, for argument's sake, you looking at me right now, you're in India, okay? So as you can see on my board, I've written number 1, number 2, and number 3. All right, okay? So we got 3 parts of the ball. All right. So you're in India. You're looking directly up at the moon from a flat Earth perspective, right? It's a local moon. It's directly above you. So me in London, if I go to my right, which will be your left, I will then see the moon from a two-dimensional angle, because I would see face number 1 and I would catch a little bit of number 2. You see? Catch it? Right? Now, if I go to my left, which would be your right, and now I was in Australia, again, I catch it in a two-dimensional angle, because I'd see number 3 and I'd see a bit of number 2 underneath there. Simply because of the distance. If I travel from Australia towards this moon, if I travel quick enough, eventually I'll be able to catch face number 2. Same way if I was in London, face number 1, if I travel quick enough, I'll be able to catch face number 2. If I was to travel quick enough, right? However, now let's move the moon way further, way back. Let's move it right back, right? Doesn't matter whether you're to the left or to my left to your right, or to my right to your left, you're all gonna see face number 2, because you're too far away to see face number 3 and so you're going to see it in a one-dimensional angle, because it's too far away. Best way I could describe it, if I could just give you a bit of a horror show for a minute, let's use my face. All right, at the moment, square on my face, one-dimensional angle, right? But if you were to lie on the floor and I was to stand slightly above you, you're two-dimensional. You'll see underneath my jaw, up my nose, you see about my face, you know, and going around to my ears. You could even, for as my face could say, you see like 3 dimensions. 1, 2, 3, right? But if I was to go back 100 meters from you and look at you, you only see my face in one dimensional angle. That's the point I was talking about. So if the flat earth was true, right, that means you in India could take a photograph of the moon, me in London could take a photograph of the moon, Critical Think in Australia could take a photograph of the moon, and we'll all have 3 different photographs. We'd have different, the photographs would look, the angle would be different. But as we know, in reality, full moon, regardless where it is, we take a photograph, the photograph is going to look exactly the same. So the moon hovering over a landmass, and then of course another fuck up as well. Think about it. If the moon is over a landmass, then someone's going to be behind it. At one point, somebody is going to... So you got... I didn't even think about this till now. You got face number 2, face number 3, and where I am here, face number 4. So if it's over a landmass, right, somebody will be able to see face number 4. They'll be able to see the back end. I've said it before. I just think this whole flat earth thing, I said it before. I think it's a attention-seeking scam. I do not believe the vast majority of you are as foolish as you're making out to be. I refuse to believe that. I just refuse to believe it. I'm sorry. I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off, but you're not as dumb as you're making out. Now, I don't know what your agenda is. I don't know what's going on in your lives that you need to join this movement to get this attention, but that's my opinion. Like I said, I think it's a big scam, and what can I say?